Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So while I was uploading the previous video, I got a call from Pam. Now, before I'm speaking to her before, we were talking about, our daughter's new school, right? She's going to middle school. And she was saying that she was trying to get in contact with the guidance counselor, and she's been texting her, emailing her, and she has not responded. Okay. Now, talk about how they will try to use certain opportunities to target me. I've been here for the past, was it 2 days? I came here Saturday. Is it Saturday or Friday? Saturday. I came here Saturday. And Saturday, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Saturday. Came here Saturday. So I've been here from Saturday evening. It is Monday. Okay. Early on today, they had the New York Predator Department, including New York Fecal Department, with sirens right on the block, just stopped and kept the sirens going. All right. Because I guess they wanted me to, you know, record them, what have you, right? Because, I'm not outside. That's why. I'm not outside. There's no one around me. So they cannot engage in, uh, silent sound, right? They cannot engage in microwaving anybody or radio wave frequencies to anybody to manipulate them to target me. They don't like that. So they got to get me out the house. Now, I was supposed to go to take the cable box today, and I ended up hurting my shoulders, my back shoulders, because, clean up underneath my daughter's bed. She had made quite a mess underneath there. And so that happens, right? So Pam called me twice today. And I'm like, huh? So I knew something was up. The first time she called me, she kept me on the phone for quite a while. Usually she's running off the phone, but like I said, they always know how to use her to manipulate me, or try to manipulate me, or try to send me some subliminal message, what have you. So as I was about to upload the video, she calls me back. Right? Then when she calls me back, she's like, um, the guidance counselor called her. She's like, I text her and she called me back right away. Now she says she's been texting this woman for the past couple of days. This woman would not return her call. All of a sudden, and I think they do this because when they know that I understand what it is that they're doing and I'm about to upload the video, they'll manipulate her to call me, or they'll manipulate the circumstance. We're, the people that we're around, they surveil us, they surveil the people they're around, including the people they might be around. If when I talk about they have contingency for contingencies, right? So we are all being surveilled. Some of us know it for a fact. Others want to believe that they're not, but we all are. We all are being watched. We all are being manipulated. So as I'm about to hit that upload button, she called me. Just heard from the guidance counselor, and there's a meeting tomorrow. Right now, again, she didn't tell me this. You're going away on vacation with the kids. You have not mentioned to me not once about or what is it? What is it? Open house? I forgot what it's called. But anyway, where you have to go and you know uh, create school account for your kids and stuff like that. You knew you had to email, but you didn't tell me. But again, I want you to understand how they will try to use certain opportunities to try to target me. Right? So she wants me to go tomorrow to get the uniform shirts for Alyssa. Okay. Now, am I gonna go? I should, but no, because I'm not gonna play that game. I'll go another time, but not tomorrow. Because again, I am not gonna play that game with them. And sometimes you get tired of this shit, and particularly in how they're doing it. It's always last minute, right? Is that whole thing about last, you're last, what happens to such. Like you can't be first, right? But I always say last man standing is always the winner. Okay. But this is what they do, right? Then also yesterday, and I forgot to mention this in the previous video. Yesterday, I didn't speak to her all day, you know, but she did send me a message at, I think it was like around, maybe after uh, 7 or something like that, 6 or 7 o'clock at night. And my phone was on the couch and I heard my phone going off. But right before my phone went off, the New York Predator Department began using their sirens. And every time my phone goes off, they kept using their sirens, right? So prior to my phone going off, they're using their sirens. And because I got 3 texts from her, every time after that, they use the sirens. And she had sent me some 3 pictures of my daughter in the pool. All right. So again, and then she sends me uh, a meme, not a meme, but a story of you know, uh, husband and wife. The wife goes on vacation. She sends him a text, not to call her and such and such. And I'm like, okay. First of all, it's a conversation between a husband and a wife. We're not married. We're not in a relationship. So I don't even know why. And this is she sends me stuff like this. Why? Because she believes that they can manipulate me and they can threaten me using coercive threats into being her servant, being here with the kids while she go run around on vacation. That's not going to happen. That's not who I am. And that is babysitting my kids because we are not living together. We're not in a relationship, right? So when you got to do what you got to do, you got to make arrangement. Okay? Don't think that you can just pick up and go and think I'm going to come over here and spend the time babysit the kids while you go on vacation, because she has no problem calling her mother, making plans so her mother can watch the kids, right? So she's willing to spend money on airplane for both the kids and her to go visit her mother, leave the kids, so then spend money on another flight to go where she's going on vacation, right? So again, the mindset that where these women are getting these things is directly from the churches, the pastors who are using women for money, those within the predator police department across America who are using their authority, abusing their authority, right, to manipulate our women and women in general, but particularly within the black community. Like I said, just look at how the behavior of black women, look at the things that they say, look at what they believe, particularly when it comes to the men in their group. Right? They are weaponized. They are highly weaponized against the men in their group. Right? So these people are evil, wicked. They wear crosses around their neck. They say that they're Christians. But if you read their religious book, it's not a holy book. It's a religious book. Right? If you read it, if you take the time and you read it, you ask questions. Right? Sure, you got Google, right? I gotta tell you, when you gotta be careful. Don't use AI. If it's an AI that I use DeepSeek, which is the Chinese version of AI, right? Not DeepSeek or any other ChatGPT. None of these. I said DeepSeek, but ChatGPT and other Western AIs. I will use DeepSeek from China, because at least I'll know that when it comes to the questions that I want to ask, that I will probably get more of the truth, because you got to understand even though AI, we've helped to program AI, the public, not me personally, but the core foundation of the development of AI is white men, right? So when you have to be very diligent that when you're using AI, not to always believe everything the AI is telling you, because the AI is being used also to manipulate you. You gotta understand that. So you always gotta go to different sources to get your information, right? And then if they're all saying the same thing, then most likely, you know, it's true, right? Or it's factual. Okay. So, but yeah, but this is what they were doing, and again, like I said, I've been to this so many times. How they will, there's always that phone call. We TIs, we know it. We know that phone call of that particular person at a particular time in our targeting. We always get a phone call, right? It is because these people are also being manipulated. They're being programmed, manipulated to call you a specific time. Because think about this. She has been trying to get in touch with my daughter's guidance counselor, who's going to be her guidance counselor, for weeks. No reply. No reply. Never once mentioned to me about a school open house tomorrow. Right? And I had just finished speaking to her. Didn't mention anything about it to me at all. Okay? But as soon as I was about to upload my video, she calls me back. And here's the kicker. When I got off the phone with her before, she was like, bye, goodbye, goodbye. When I got off the phone with her the second time, she didn't say anything at all. No goodbye, no goodbye, no I'll talk to you later, none of that. Just silent, didn't say anything. And I've talked to you guys about this before. I've explained this before. How they try to use her as a bargaining tool. But what they don't understand is that you can use her as a tool to try to manipulate me. Listen, like I said, the reason why she stopped liking me is because she realized that I was not going to be her yes man, that I was going to hold her accountable. Okay? That's the reason why. I should say that's part of the reason why. The other part is the honey traps that they laid for her to break us up. And I warned her about it. But these women, because they don't listen to men, they don't listen to black men in particular, like I said, my brothers. But if you will look at how they listen to their bosses who are white, how their bosses can call them anytime. They can get them to do whatever. My finger just went over there, so I just got to do all this now. All right, so their bosses can get them to do the simplest thing. As a matter of fact, they volunteer. Like I said, she called me because she also called me because and that's part of the reason why she called me, because again, she wanted to let me know that because she know people of high within the high places within the pharmaceutical companies that they actually change the the date and the place of this class that she was invited to take. Now, understand how they manipulate our women. Understand how they manipulate our women. Right? You see, when I was working, my company, uh, flew me out to California to work on a job for an entire week. I didn't have this big thing like, because I know this and that system stuff is the reason why they flew me out, and is the reason why they sent me to California because I was the only one that they wanted to work in the job, whatever. Even though they specifically asked for me to come, that wasn't something that I felt like, like an ego boost off of. I was there to do my job. That's it. Okay, that is it. It wasn't I didn't get no ego boost and how important I am and this and that. No, but this is what how our women, particularly our black women, are conditioned into. They don't understand how they're being manipulated. Right? This is what they do to a woman because our women are easily manipulated. They are the most believers of religion. So if you have them as believers, they'll believe any damn thing you they want you to believe. You think some uh, manager of some pharmaceutical company is going to think about you when there's how many other uh, people in the hospital that do the same job you do, right? They tell you these things to butter you up, right? But these women, they don't even understand what's going on. That's what I said. Our women used to be the most intelligent and wisest women on the planet, and they have made them white supremacists and white supremacy, and this feminist liberal bullshit. Okay, the toxic part of it has manipulated our women to the point where they are no longer the wisest. They they are no longer about knowledge, about nurture, and about being uh, good mothers, great mothers, right? They're about self indulgence in the wrong things. They're highly materialistic more than any other time as I said, within the past 3, 4 decades, right? Not understanding how they're being used for the money that they work hard to get. That's why you have them taking out loans to buy luxury items. That is why they're going on girls trip, 2, 3 times a year, right? This is why they leave their children with family members and just go. This is their mindset, and we have to understand why they're being conditioned the way that they're being conditioned, and they have to understand why they're being conditioned that way. It is to in a society where you have different groups of people, black men and black women are the only ones in which every other group can get wealthy off of. Okay? Black men and black women and black boys and girls are the only ones in which every other group are given a higher position, a higher status, and they use us to create their wealth. Think about that. Talk to you guys in the next video.